this video, I'll be showing you guys the new inventory valuation and the specifically the perpetual inventory valuation system that has been added in Odoo 19 and will be continued in its later functions. So the standard default stock valuation layer that Odoo used to have is now gone. It now overviews and runs on the new inventory valuation system that Odoo has introduced. And in that, with the introduction of that system, a few things have changed. Number one, there is no proper Anglo-Saxon or continental based accounting highlighted. It is still there. You are going to use that same system, but it's not highlighted and it's just in behind a few layers and behind a few checks. So let's just review a few things and I'll let you know when we are reviewing that what exactly has gone up. So over here, you have the same costing method, you have got the same accounts, but the main thing is the inventory valuation. Now you have only two types, the periodic, which is the standard method that you would use, or in other words, the method that will allow you to do the accounting entries manually. And then there is a perpetual, which is the uh, automatic or automated made system. So we can look at both of those one by one. So firstly, we can just look at and review the perpetual one, since that is the one that is more common and used more extensively in Odoo. So let's just go over back to our product, and I have configured a simple standard product for us to review. The price is over here 1000. It's got its cost and of course the taxes as well as the invoicing policies, and that inventory tracking is turned on. So these are the few things that I've added. I can go back to my purchase, click on new and add in my vendor, and from the vendor I can add this product, and the quantity has been specified, and of course I can confirm this order. Once the order is confirmed, a receipt has been created. This is the stock value that has been that is the standard stock report that you can review in any Odoo inventory. You go to inventory reporting, and the first call menu is the stock. So right now the stock that I have is on hand 0, since I haven't received anything. Now this is a new and interesting report that Odoo has generated and created. It's called the Inventory Valuation Report, and you can review it in the review inventory valuation. Now what this does is that it keeps track of all the stock variation accounts, all of the stock in valuation accounts, and what is the current value in those accounts. And this is your standard, of course, Odoo journal entries that you can review anytime and any place. So let's just review back again. I have created a product, and let's just create a receipt. Now usually at this point a stock valuation layer would have been created, and there would have been a journal entry. But if I refresh the screen, there is no specific journal entry. These two are the ones that I created beforehand, but you can see no journal entry. But if you go to the stock, you'll see that the stock has been updated to 5, from 0 to 5, and the same time the inventory valuation has also increased like this. You can see the stock in transit is credited while the stock in hand is debited. So this in transit account, let me show you where I can we can add those as well. So if I go to the accounting, so you can see over here there's a opportunity to add a variation account. From over here I have added this stock in transit account that I specifically created for this function. We go back to the inventory valuation report, and this is the report and this is the overall functioning. So what happened? As soon as I created a receipt, as soon as I created a receipt, a stock in transit was credited, the interim account, and the stock variation account was debited. Stock valuation account was debited. If I go back to the, so there's that. Now finally, we have the interim accounts and everything, and then we come back to the bill, and I'll upload the new bill or the bill that I have. I'll upload that, and as soon as we come to the billing, now this is where the next accounting entries will be generated. I'll add the name, the date, and if I go to the journal items, you can see these are the journal items that are being affected. If I confirm this, the stock in hand will be debited completely, while the sales tax paid is as such, and the payables shall be updated. The same way, if I update everything, of course, since we had already received the stock would be the same, but the inventory valuation is where the major changes will happen. The stock in transit will be removed, and all of the data or all of the amount will be added to stock in hand. As far as the journal entries are concerned, a journal entry will be passed showing the new bill and its items as such. So this is how a purchase occurs. Now, if we were to create a sales, as you can see, this is a sales delivery that I have. I validate this, and the stock is of course zeroed out. And in the stock valuation, the report, of course, the stock in hand credits, and of course, all of this is transferred to the stock in transit account. Now, as soon as I go back to my invoicing and I'll confirm this, you can see the general items, the cost of goods are now being charged, and at the same time, the stock in hand is credited. And if I go to the inventory valuation, all of this will be cleared. Why? Because the stock in hand is removed. So basically, what Odoo has done is that instead of creating repeated entries at the same time, it creates only the entries at invoicing, while the in-transit accounts or the valuation accounts are the what are being hit in the meanwhile when we create the moves from to and fro our database. So I hope this was a useful tutorial for you guys. I explained everything regarding the stock valuation that has been completed, and we'll be coming back with another video regarding the periodic inventory system in Odoo as well.